So hello and welcome to this video. So today we'll be discussing about these small hospitals, right? The first video we have talked about the small hospitals, how they are facing the problems in terms of the thin margin and competition with the larger, the bigger brands. So what are the kind of automation tool we can use, keeping in mind the Microsoft, products. Of course, the Power app that we have talked about, we have created one app, patient registration app in the earlier video. In this video, we'll see how, with the use of Power Automate, we can create a flow, and with the flow, the registration can be done, and the patient can get a notification. Also, we can create different flows. So, without wasting much of time, let's see the project. Let's get into the system, and as you can see, so we have created the app which is called the patient registration app, right? So this, if you can see, this is the patient registration app, where we have shown how patients they can register themselves. It can be done with a collaboration of the front office, front desk, and the patient, right? So if you can see, this is a canvas app, very much UI driven app. So let's try it and see, like Swarna, and age can be somewhere 39, patient phone number, so email ID, symptoms, say like fever and headache, and the visit date can be 10th February, 10/10. Let's make it 10/10. Okay. Doctor, reference doctor, referral doctor can be Dr. Mahesh, right? So all are fictitious names. So also we can do a use of scanner. We can do a kind of facial scan, or we can upload an image after taking the photograph. Say like this is the image. All are generative AI image. So here government identity these days it's very much mandatory. So you can use say like Aadhaar or whatever, and also you can put the number, right? So for example, here XXX, and here we are putting it Aadhaar, right? And you submit. Once you submit, you can see that your details are submitted and it has gone to uh, SharePoint, right? So let's open the SharePoint and let's see where it has gone. And also we will see how with the use of Power Automate we can. So SharePoint, we have multiple SharePoints. Let me see where it has gone. Okay, so we have this health life care. And here we have the form, right? So you can see the repositories will come here. These are the previous repositories. So here you can see, okay, so it has come Ankit Tiwari last. Okay, let me see when it will be coming. It has not come still. So let me refresh it. And as you can see, it has come Swarna, fever, headache, and today's date. And also it has mentioned about the other details, right? So doctor, Aadhaar, the email ID, and everything, right? Similarly, we'll go and check with the Power Automate, right? I will not make it very longer video. We'll just show you how it works, and then maybe also we'll show you the flow, and then maybe you can try how it can be worked, right? So the flow should be something like that: patient registration, auto ID creation, and email plus email, right? So let's check, see the flow. So the flow would look like this. Let me edit and showcase to you. When an item is created, maybe the item is created in the SharePoint. So once we register the app, the patient register the app, it goes to the SharePoint. When the item is getting created, it will compose, right? The ID can be generated, and then it can update it, and then it can send it to the concerned person, say like the patient, right? So this is the flow. Let's do a test. Okay, let's do a test, and we'll do it manually first. So let's check it is on test. Let's try with another name, another patient name. Say like the age can be 32, phone number, email ID. Email ID, I'll give it my email ID so that I can be able to show it to you. Symptoms might be say like skin infection, something like that. Okay. Date can be, visit date can be 10th of again same date, and it can be 9:30. So doctor not required. Again, the photo and everything is up to you. I mean, very much mandatory if it is required, but again, it is up to the hospitals and their norms. And once you submit it here, you can see the flow also would be started, working. So it is on the process. If it is delivers to all the flow as per the the flow, it delivers to the mail ID, then it will show the tick mark, right? If it is not, then it show as a cross mark. If there is some kind of problem happens, then we'll again, of course, we'll do the troubleshoot. Of these are the flows. We can create it multiple flows, right? So when the patient comes in, they'll get a notification. See, it is properly your flow ran successfully. So the item is created, the composition have done, and also update the item, and then it is sent to the email. Now let's see what mail has gone to this ID, right? So let's go to my Gmail and try to see what email ID it has sent. Right. Of course, there are different things are there. Let's not getting into what kind of infra, the licenses. We'll come back to you. This is just a project, so let's try and run. So if you can see, dear Anita, okay. This is the latest one, right? So hospital life care registration, your patient ID, right? So dear Anita, thank you so much for registering. This is your patient ID, and you can see patient ID is 3023 something like that. Please use your for all the visits. So this is the way we can change it. We can create different kind of IDs, whatever the as per your how you want the hospital. They have their IDs, right? So they can create it in different way. They can create it. So I'll to show you how it has been created. So as you can see here, we'll go and edit. We'll try to see. So item is created. Once the item is created, you can see here, this is the way item is created, and we have given the SharePoint site address and also the list name. The list we have where all the repository of all the information, right? So this is the app patient data. This is the repository, if you can see, and this is the SharePoint link. There are multiple SharePoints are there. Now here we'll go to. So next has been created compose, right? So this is what the ID will generate basically. So this is the code. If you can see, this is the code. Based on that, it will be creating the patient ID. So and then post to that, it will update the item. Once it is done, it will update the item accordingly to the again the same data, right? So again the same list, it will update it, and also it will send it as a mailer, right? So this is the what send email V2 is basically send it as a mailer. So mailer format also you can see, dear patient name, thank you for registering such and such, age, patient ID, and so on. You can create as per the norms of the hospital. It can be created. So this kind of smaller automation, and similarly you can create one more flow to the doctor as well. So the respective doctors, if he or she is not available, they can get a flow. Okay, hey, what your patient is there and he is registered on that very day, so he can come on that very day, and you can this can be booked. Okay. Now another important part which I can show. This is something we have once it is done. I would say that once it is registered there in the repository in the list, and then it is coming, right? So there are different way you can create flows, right? So there are different kind of create flows can be created. So if you can see create flows, and here you can see automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduled cloud flow means already been scheduled on that very day, on that very time, and it will get a kind of a pop-up or mail or whatever however you want it to do. Basically again the same format. It is basically trigger, and from there it will go to the multiple actions, right? So here is the trigger and then multiple actions. That is what been happening with the flows. For all the flows, there are some flow templates are also available. You can pick and choose. Some are very easy. You can use any of the flows. Say like you wanted to use Teams with the use of your email address. That also can be done with all the use of SharePoint. These are all are available. There are connectors, plenty connectors are available. As you can see, Office Outlook, SharePoint, Microsoft Dataverse is another connector, Forms, Teams, and so on and so forth, right? So maybe we can show you in the coming video how this hospital, small hospital, they can use it, this kind of tools in another creating of another flows, and also we'll be showing one of the we'll create one of the dashboard so that the patients can be getting a kind of intimation through their email, and also similarly if the hospital owners, right, they are willing to see the kind of everyday basis patient visit or any kind of flows, that also can be seen. The profit margin, that also can be seen. Any kind of financial ratio or calculation also can be visible with those dashboard, right? So thank you so much. Looking forward to having you in coming videos, right? Thank you.